A 17-year-old kid just made Kylian Mbappe weep in front of millions. The same teenager who's been called arrogant, disrespectful, and too cocky for his own good has just shattered every record in the book and left grown men questioning their entire careers. While the football world argues about whether Lamine Yamal needs to be more humble, he's out here rewriting history and making the so-called future stars look like amateurs. But here's the twisted truth nobody wants to admit. Maybe the problem isn't his attitude. Maybe the problem is that everyone else can't handle watching a kid be this DMN good. The narrative around Lamine Yamal's personality has become absolutely toxic, and it's exactly what you'd expect when mediocrity meets greatness. Critics everywhere are losing their minds because this teenager refuses to apologize for his talent. They want him to celebrate less, speak quieter, dress down, cut his hair, basically become invisible so everyone else can feel better about themselves. But why should the best player on the planet right now tone it down for anyone? This isn't arrogance. This is what supreme confidence looks like when it's backed by supernatural ability. Yamal carries himself like Cristiano Ronaldo in his prime, with that same killer instinct that made defenders have nightmares. He's got Zlatan Ibrahimovic's lethal self-belief mixed with Neymar's fearless creativity. But what separates him from every other confident young star is that he delivers when it matters most. Real Madrid fans especially can't stomach the reality that their next Galactico isn't Vinicius Jr., isn't even Mbappe. It's this Barcelona wonderkid who treats the Bernabeu like his personal playground. But that confidence comes with a dark secret that's about to blow your mind. Let's talk numbers that will make you question everything you thought you knew about football prodigies. Lamine Yamal has already played 100 official matches for Barcelona at just 17 years old. To put that in perspective, when Lionel Messi had played his first 100 games, he had 41 goals and 14 assists. Impressive, right? Wrong. Yamal has 22 goals and 33 assists in those same 100 matches. His assist numbers absolutely demolish prime Messi's early career statistics. Even more shocking, Messi had won 4 trophies in his first 100 games, while Yamal already has 3 and could surpass that count before his 18th birthday. But here's where it gets really twisted. Kylian Mbappe, the supposed heir to the Ballon d'Or throne, is now 26 years old and still hasn't won football's biggest individual prize. Meanwhile, this teenager is already being mentioned as a genuine contender. Mbappe held the record as the youngest Champions League semi-final scorer at 18 years and 140 days. Yamal just crushed that record at 17 years and 291 days with a goal that sent shockwaves through European football. What happened next shocked the football world because those numbers weren't just statistics, they were a declaration of war against Real Madrid. Lamine Yamal has faced Los Blancos 3 times in major competitions and humiliated them 3 times. Not once, not twice, but 3 consecutive victories where he didn't just participate, he dominated. In the Spanish Super Cup, he tore their defense apart with surgical precision. In the Copa del Rey final, he provided assists that left their world-class defenders looking like Sunday League players. Every single Clásico became his personal highlight reel, while Madrid's expensive superstars watched helplessly. The most brutal part, he does it all with this smirk that says he knows exactly how good he is. Real Madrid supporters have watched their club spend hundreds of millions on Mbappe, yet this kid from Barcelona's academy makes their Galactico signings look ordinary. The psychological damage is so severe that Madrid's entire future planning now revolves around stopping one teenager. Madrid wasn't going to take this humiliation lying down, and their revenge plot is already in motion. Reports suggest Xabi Alonso is being lined up to replace Carlo Ancelotti. And when that happens, Madrid will have a tactical genius leading Mbappe, Vinicius Jr., Jude Bellingham, and Rodrigo in a system designed specifically to counter Barcelona's young king. Alonso turned Bayer Leverkusen into an unstoppable machine that went an entire season unbeaten in domestic competition. Now, imagine what he could do with Madrid's ridiculous talent pool and unlimited resources. But here's the beautiful irony. While Madrid plots and spends fortunes on tactical solutions, Barcelona has something money can't buy: They have a player who transforms impossible situations into masterpieces, who turns two-goal deficits into comeback victories, who makes Champions League semifinals look like training sessions. The pressure was about to reach breaking point during Euro 2024, where Yamal faced the ultimate test of his mentality. At just 17, he wasn't just called up for Spain's squad, he became their spiritual leader and primary creative force. This wasn't some feel-good story about a young player getting experience. This was a teenager carrying his nation's expectations on his shoulders and delivering under the most intense pressure imaginable. Against Croatia, he silenced doubters with a perfect assist to Dani Carvajal. Against Georgia, he set up Fabian Ruiz with the kind of precision that makes veteran playmakers jealous. But the real statement came in the semi-final against France, where he scored a thunderbolt from outside the box that made Kylian Mbappe's tournament dreams crumble. Picture this: a 17-year-old ending the World Cup winners' European Championship hopes with one moment of pure genius. In the final against England at Wembley, with the weight of Spanish football history pressing down on him, Yamal delivered the assist that won Spain the tournament. He became the youngest player to score, assist, and lift a major international trophy. Yet something even more dangerous was brewing beneath this success story, and it's a ticking time bomb that could destroy everything. LAMINE Yamal has played over 4,000 official minutes this season across all competitions. He starts every match, rarely gets substituted before the 80th minute, and carries Barcelona's attacking burden game after game without proper rest. This sounds heroic until you remember what happened to other Barcelona wonderkids who were overused. Pedri was supposed to be the next midfield maestro until muscle injuries derailed 3 seasons of his development. Gavi's career trajectory changed completely after his ACL injury. Jules Koundé, another player pushed to his physical limits, recently got injured when his accumulated workload crossed the danger zone. The terrifying reality is that Hansi Flick doesn't rotate his key players, trusting them blindly until their bodies break down. Barcelona's medical staff can monitor Yamal's recovery all they want, but physics doesn't care about talent. Overuse injuries strike the most gifted players just as brutally as everyone else. Now comes the ultimate test that will define whether LAMINE Yamal becomes a legend or a cautionary tale. The number 10 jersey at Barcelona needs a new owner, and despite Ansu Fati's potential, everyone knows there's only one candidate worthy of Messi's legacy. But inheriting that shirt means inheriting everything that comes with it: the pressure, the expectations, the knowledge that every touch will be compared to the greatest player who ever lived. Yamal is already the best playmaker on the planet, creating assists with surgical precision that turn lost matches into victories. His left foot produces passes that seem to bend reality, threading balls through impossible spaces and delivering crosses with pinpoint accuracy that require defenders to guess rather than react. What makes this even more incredible is that he's doing all of this while Mbappe, at 26 years old, still hasn't won the Champions League or claimed his first Ballon d'Or. The supposed future of football is watching a teenager achieve things he's been trying to accomplish for years. Barcelona doesn't need to spend hundreds of millions in the transfer market because they have something priceless: a player who can single-handedly change the outcome of any match, who makes the impossible look routine, and who treats pressure like fuel for his fire. The future isn't coming. It's already here, and it's wearing Barcelona's colors.